There he is. Getting it coming up right off the lip. Coming straight to the top. Starting to think I wasn't going to get one that cast. I knew there was a bunch. Not a very big one. But hey. Ooh. Come here, buddy. That was another example of how the fish can be positioned weird and where they'll bite your bait a lot of times. I was already past the prime spot and was thinking I wasn't going to get one. And he followed it or something. And as soon as it came off the lip, I thought, well, that was a wasted cast. As soon as I came off lip and the bait started coming up, boom. A lot of times that's really a key deal. You get a lot of bites when you come off the lip of the structure and you haven't got a bite yet, and then you get almost underneath the boat and start bringing your bait back up. I don't know if they think it's a shad going for the surface, but some days you get a lot of bites doing that. It's really important when you're fishing these structure spots, you really find the area kind of where the fish relate to, either by where you start catching one and repeated cast that certain area of the spot, or graphing them and finding the sweet spot. You always want a position to where you can make that long cast. Sometimes it's not actually at the end of your cast, because you want to allow time for your crankbait to die down and hit that spot. There's usually a spot where if you can hit that one little spot every time, you can get a fish or come close. You find a little maybe side of a hump or end of a point or middle of a point where the fish really seem to be holding, and once you determine where that is, when you catch one fish and throw back in there and catch another, then you know that you have them. There's one. Oh yeah. There's a good one. Stay on there. Stay on there, man. Oh. That one, I just hit a log down there, a stump. Stopped it and let it float up. He tried. There he is. Watering on top. Lay down. I popped over the tip of that stump, and I mean, he tried to take the rod away from me. Come here, buddy. Understand now? Man, can't hardly gain any ground. It's like turning me. Now he's swimming toward me. Okay, great. Nice. Man, they pull hard. Here he comes. Oh. Oh yeah. Well, you see how this fish ate the bait too. It's all the way down his mouth. He was really wanting it. That's what's stopping it. Just allowed this fish to come up really and just inhale that bait. Come here, buddy. Oh, that's another nice fish. There, buddy. Go on. Get on down there. There you go. Yeah. Oh, that's a nice. Yeah, that was one of the times when you really paying attention to your crankbait when you're structure fishing, to really what's going on. Because most good spots have something different on the bottom. Say a rock, stump, piece of gravel, log, something that your bait can hit. And that is a big time trigger on any structure deal, and even in shallow water, but especially in offshore. It's just, I think that's just the way bass act. And if you can feel your crankbait hit something pretty hard, it's a lot of times a really good idea to stop that bait for just a second and let it float up right in their face. And that pause, sometimes they just can't stand it and they just inhale it like that one did, and you get a really good bite. Oh, that's a fat one. One way that I try to explain to people why structure is so important and why the fish are there and why they use these spots is fairly simple. The tops of these points and humps, ridges, is like a dinner table. That's where the fish feed. That's why it's so critical when you find those places, when they're there, you can usually catch them because those are feeding fish. There he is. Oh, he missed it. Well, I had a hit. Oh, there he is. Yeah. Boy, hit me right here till he's gonna jump. Yeah, that's a nice one. Hey, it seemed like they just turned him back on. It's a timing deal. Been a while, gave him a chance to rest. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. Another important factor of structure fishing is timing is everything. It's very important to keep continuously hitting these structure areas many times during the day to determine what time of day the fish are using that particular piece of structure. And that's how you really enhance how many fish you catch during the day. Whoa. Man, a big fat healthy one. Come here. Yep, it seems like they're starting to bite. I just caught one a minute ago. Another nice healthy chunk. This is what you can get into a lot of fishing this deep structure in early summer and really get on the school and catch a whole lot of fish. Have one of the best. Sometimes you can have the best day on good fish that you can have of the whole year. Early summer, hitting this deep structure when they're piled up. It's real important when using your electronics for structure fishing to find the best spot on the piece of structure you're looking at. Say you're looking at a long point or a hump or something, you really need to look for where the fish are holding on that particular piece of structure, and that can change at all, regularly. So it's really important to idle over it, graph it, really figure out, if the fish was number one, if there's any fish there. Number two, how they're holding on that structure. Number three, what part of the structure they're on, and real tight where they are. All right, getting that crankbait down at the bottom. There is a bunch of fish down there. I really think whole school of them. I've been catching a couple. I think I found a sweet spot. I really think I should get one there he is. Yep. Oh yeah. He just there he's coming up, gonna jump. Come here, buddy. He's staying down. He's not very big either, maybe 2 or 3 pounds. Whoa. That's where the electronics come in the key. I really think I found a key spot where these fish are holding right now. I'm able to catch them almost every time I hit that spot. I've missed it once or twice by 10 feet and I don't get one, but man, when I get my line on a certain tree, and that's real important a lot of times in structure fishing, is just getting a perfect line. And a really good way to do that is use landmarks. Say line up this stump with that bush or whatever, and you're able to duplicate the exact cast that you're catching the fish on, and that's where the school is right then. You got to get them quick sometimes. That's a nice little chunk, big fat one. And you can repeat that same cast and put it right back in the same spot and probably get one your very next cast. There's one. I got him. There he is. Came back, express train to the top. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. Oh. Boy, that's a nice fish, isn't it? What you can find out here structure fishing. A lot of the bigger fish in the lake. Hold on now, that's how come when you can really find some good structure, holding some good fish, you can really catch some really nice fish. That fish is fat, healthy, done with the spawn, feeding up. Good solid fish, probably about 21 inches long.